Okay, my friends, so here we are again at the Sharon Gun Club. Today we're going to be shooting a Ruger Precision 22. It's a pretty neat gun. It has a heavier barrel, not target heavy, but a heavier barrel. I've got a 40 power scope on it, but I only have it set at 10 power for this distance. It has a fully adjustable butt and cheek piece so that you can adjust it to your face. It also has an extra big knob on the handle so that it's very easy to cock. The also has a C-clip on the bolt so that you can draw it all the way back just like you were shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 308 because the Ruger makes the same gun in 6.5 and 6.5 Creedmoor and 308. Anyhow, pistol grip, black, and it's a good shooter. Anyhow, that's about all I had to say for it, or about it, and let's just do some shooting now. Okay, be back in a minute. Okay, my friends, so time to load up the magazine. This gun has an adjustable trigger, and I've never adjusted it straight from the factory. It's probably around 2 pounds. It has the smoothest trigger of any gun I've ever bought, right off the shelf. It's beautiful, and so that's one thing I'd say about this gun. Also, I'm still using the standard velocity CCI. It's a very good bullet, and I find it's quite consistent. This gun used to have you could buy 25 round magazines for it, but of course the RCMP have banned them, so you can't have that anymore. And but that's okay because I have my Hathcock white feather in. When you have this feather in your hat, nothing can stop you. Anyhow, beautiful little gun, and 2 pound trigger, and a magazine full of bullets. Now, let's sit up and have some fun. Be back in a minute. Okay, now guys, so it's turned into a lovely sunny day, even though it's about 0 degrees. I see frost on the grass and stuff like that. Anyhow, we've got some targets set up here about 45 yards, and let's just see what we can do. That one always falls back down. Got her that time. Okay. Well, let's just pan back, I guess, so that we can see. There we go. Okay, so again, this gun, this trigger here, you'll see how it has that little piece there? Well, that takes up the slack, and this trigger is just extremely easy to use, you know. Shooting guns is an awful lot of fun. I've been doing it for years, and really enjoy it, you know. Anyhow, this is what we're going to do today, is take a few shots and have a little bit of fun and just relax a little bit, okay? Anyhow, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, my friends, so this time you can watch me shoot. Now, when you're shooting a rifle, the best thing to do is just let the rifle sit and point at the target, and then you get in on that rifle, okay? So that's one thing that you want to be able to do, is just allow the gun to aim itself. rather than pulling it into your shoulder and starting to twist your arms and stuff, because when you fire, that'll throw your shot off. Now, at this distance, it's my second dot, and I have to put it just at the top of his back. You can use one eye to shoot through your scope, or you can use two eyes. With a pistol, it's often good to use two eyes. You just put both eyes on the target, and you just lift it up until the dot is on the target too. But you're looking at it with both eyes. And here I'm actually using one eye. Another thing that is done is your breath. And basically, there's a lot of different techniques in shooting for some reason, but I simply take a little breath and hold it. That's it. You know, I don't take a full breath and let three-quarters out and think about it in that way. I simply take a little breath and hold it, just like when I'm shooting a bow. Now, let's see here. Couldn't imagine a better trigger than this gun has. It's just beautiful. And I really like this big knob on it too, you know, like it's so easy to... Yeah, it's a very relaxing little sport if if you're into it, and I'm into it. But that's the kind of stuff that you want to do. Also, when I shoot, I just use the tip of my finger here. You know. No. Okay, my friends. So, let's go over a little bit of shooting technique. Basically, I just use the pad of my finger. That's all the exercise I'm getting when I'm shooting. But it's the pad. It's sensitive and it's easy to control rather than grabbing a big handful. Okay, so it's the tip of your finger. The other thing is you can use two eyes or one eye when you're shooting. Now, on a distance like this with a scope, I'm going to use one eye and line up that crosshair on the target. When I'm shooting a pistol, it's often better to have both eyes open and simply bring the sight onto the target. Bang! It's quicker, and both eyes work very good in that case, rather than taking the time to focus on the front sight and holding it there. Just look at the target, put it on, bang. It works. As far as breathing, I just take a little breath, you know, like, just like when I'm shooting my bow, or if I'm lifting a weight. I don't really take a full breath and let three-quarters out and, you know, hold it till I'm purple or any of that kind of stuff. Just a small breath, hold it. That will steady you up. So that's some of the basic kinds of stuff that you can do. Okay? So that's, again, the basic stuff. Just let the gun point where it wants to point. Apply yourself to the gun. Do not grip it and twist it, because when it fires and bounces, it will just go off by itself. Again, one eye at a distance with the scope, two eyes up closer with the pistol, and basically, again, small breath, let a little bit out if you want, but I just take a little breath and hold it, and relax in that position, and you can feel or see your heart beating. If you're using a scope, you'll see your heart go boom, 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 boom. So learn to relax, learn to slow down your heart. That will help you quite a bit. So there's a lot of yogic techniques in shooting, and that's what they are. Your breath control, your relaxation, your mind control, your focus, all these things add up to it. So if your heart is going bop, 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 at least fire on that part of the bop. Okay? Anyhow, we'll be back in a minute and do a little bit. Okay, my friends, so today we've now moved up to the pistol range, and today we're going to shoot the famous Peacemaker. I have this gun chambered in .357 Magnum, and it's the Black Hills ammunition, .357, and these are called cowboy rounds. That is to say, they have a lead bullet on them, okay, but that's a .357 for you. And this gun has a partial cock and then a full cock. So it's a single action gun, and the rounds come out through here. You just load them in through there, close her up, and cock her. That's how simple this gun is. Okay. Anyhow, let's get ready and do some shooting. Okay, now folks, so we're going to load this gun up. So basically, we open her up here, we take a round, and we partially cock it so that the cylinder will swing. Then we put our rounds in, just like that, and turn them. And what we're going to do with this particular gun is we're going to put 5 rounds in, even though it's a 6-shooter. That way we can put the hammer down on an empty chamber, okay? So now that gun has the hammer down on an empty chamber. If it gets banged, it'll never go off. But if you have a 6 gun and you put 6 rounds in there and the Comanche start chasing you and you're riding really hard, if you get banged, it's possible that your gun will go off. Okay? Okay, anyhow, we got her loaded up. Now, let's set up and take a couple shots. Back in a second. Okay, now, so I'll just stand over here so that that you can see everything. So again, the gun is a single action. So we simply cock it and then oh, 5, not 6. That's what I was counting for 6, right? Anyhow, that's the shots. Now, again, I haven't shot this gun because I haven't shot very many of my guns for years and years and years. This gun hasn't been shot for about 9 years, and but you can see that you know, it shoots fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's load up another 5. So we put it on cock, stick our rounds in. Okay, so there's our 5 rounds. Now, what we're going to do is shoot this like the movies now. Okay, so we're going to cock it. Five. Okay, now what we do is open up the door and just cock it. Now, or partially cock it. Now, when we have our rounds, they'll come out. So we'll turn the round, and then I can do it so that you can see. And turn, cock it out, and then you're all ready to go until the next attack. Did you hear an arrow go by? I don't know about this. Anyhow, when you do that, even when you're shooting just with one hand like a cowboy, you get your hits. Okay? It's kind of a blast. Blast! Okay, let's have some fun. Okay, well, let's do that again. So we'll open up the door. Hey, General Custer. They're coming over the hill. That's okay. They call me Wild Bill. Okay. So that's how we, again, load up a gun like this. Again, it's a single action, and it's a lot more accurate if you do this. Rootin', tootin', shootin' cowboy. So that's how we just get them out, like that. Again. Now, I'm going to go water my horse. So, enough of this discourse. Anyhow, let's have some fun, guys. Talk to you later.